After a mismanaged rookie season due to former Washington Wizards head coach, Israeli forward Deni Avdija has turned into one of the Wizards' best players as an elite defender and has finally been allowed to play his game instead of a 3-and-D player. Along with Bradley Beal, Kyle Kuzma, and Montrezl Harrell, is helping lead the Wizards to an early Eastern Conference playoff spot, despite a cold stretch. Please like the video and subscribe, and make sure you watch until the end of the video. Deni Avdija fell in the draft but was selected 9th overall to the Washington Wizards after 2 seasons with the Maccabi Tel Aviv in the EuroLeague, only averaging 4 points a game, but does not have bad per 36 stats as there were 10 points, 6.6 boards, and 3 assists, and has shown potential as a 19-year-old at the time in the second toughest league in the world. He is drafted as a versatile 6'9" forward that is a high IQ passer that can command the offense and finish well at the rim, and can be a good defender but is a bad and inconsistent shooter, but has a very high floor in what we thought was a below-average draft class. There's no summer league and preseason that offseason due to COVID-19, and though it may not have seemed like a big deal, it looked like that may have impacted Deni Avdija's season, as Scott Brooks never really learned how to use them, and for rookies to not have either of these, it gives an immediate disadvantage, and still currently it seems as if some players from that draft class have not found their role, like James Wiseman and Obi Toppin. In Avdija's debut, he would score 7 points and grab 4 boards, but go 2 for 2, which was encouraging, as both those made shots were threes. That would become an issue later, so make sure you keep watching. In the next 4 games, Avdija would get close to double digits a couple times at 9 points, but 14 of his 24 shots were from beyond the arc, but Avdija would show his potential in his 6th game, with 11, 7, 3, and 3. But again, 5 of his 7 shots were from 3, and that trend continued over to the next 5 games. It's about half of his shots were from 3 in a cold stretch, despite a 20 bomb and a loss against the Heat. Deni would begin to struggle and start missing his shots and would eventually be benched, and though he would get his starting spot back on April 21st, he would fracture his ankle against the Golden State Warriors, and that would end the season for the rookie and unfortunately not get any time to play in the playoffs because of it. Deni would only average 6.3 points, 4.9 boards, and 1.3 assists on 42, 32, 64 shooting splits, and did not live even close to expectations, and though he did play bad, he was also utilized completely wrong. Scott Brooks, as the terrible head coach he was, absolutely ruined Deni's rookie season, as he used him as a spot-up shooter, which was his weakness entering the draft, and did not let him handle the ball, which was one of his strengths. Brooks was the reason Deni had a bad rookie season, and after he was fired, Washington fans like me rejoiced and had hope for Avdija's sophomore season, and in the preseason he impressed, as he was good defensively but shot less threes. This season, Deni has been very encouraging, and those stats may not have looked better, as they are similar to last year's stats. He has played less minutes, so his per 36 stats do show a difference between the two. But Avdija has been able to help more offensively than before, as he's able to make a playmaking difference, and has been utilizing his finishing skills more than last year. But the main improvement is on defense. The stats do show an improvement, but it is bigger than that, as Avdija will guard the star player on every team. He can guard 1 through 5, and though he may not be the most physical, he has very fast feet and is able to stay in front of everyone and make a good contest. His defense has also allowed Beal to labor more offensively. He looks like he could potentially make the all-defense team, and though his stats may prevent that from happening, Avdija has been a savior for the Wizards organization defensively and is a big reason the Wizards are in the playoff picture.